Hello, my name is Mr. McConkey, and this is the second part of my improvisation lesson on the flute, based around the G minor pentatonic scale. Okay? So if you haven't seen the first part of the lesson already, go back and watch the first one. This is meant to be a continuation. We're going to deal with a slightly different topic today, and we're going to talk about playing language. Okay? Language refers to bits of melodies that we've learned that come out when we improvise. So, as we learn more and more language, there are more and more things that we can use to improvise with. Think of it like adding tools to a toolbox. The best way to learn language is to take little phrases, such as the ones I'm going to teach you today, and try and learn them so well that you can replicate them, memorize them, sing them back, and then eventually you can use them in your playing when you improvise. First of all, we'll do a quick reminder of the notes of the scale, then we'll do some copybacks to remind ourselves what it sounds like. Then I'll teach you a couple of phrases that you can use to start building your language, and I'll talk about how we can use them in our improvising. So first of all, the notes of the scale. We start with G, B flat, C, D, F, and G. And as before, if you're not quite comfortable with high F and G yet, just go up to that D and use the low F. So you can use either octave and you don't have to go all the way up to high G. It sounds like this. Now we'll move on to the copyback. Okay, I'm going to put the drum beat on now. Now we can start stepping in time. So go from one foot to the other and gently move 1, 2, 3, 4. 1, 2, 3, 4. Okay. We're going to start with just B flat and G, and then we'll add more notes as we go. Okay, now we'll add C. 2. Now we're going to do something a little bit different. We're going to add the low F underneath, okay? So this is the F under G, so we didn't do this last time. Okay, did you manage to get all of those? If you didn't, don't be afraid to go back over the video and just take each one individually and just try and work them out. That's all we're going to do for the copybacks today. We're not even bothered about going higher yet. And it's time for me to teach you your first bit of language. So this first pattern I want to teach you just uses the notes that we ended up on that copyback there. Okay? So this pattern is going to be start on a C, then go to a B flat, F, and then G. So it sounds like this. Okay? Let's play the notes long now. Now, because this pattern is so simple, it means we can sort of play it however we want. Okay? First, I want you to just learn the little jumps. So just get used to going like this. Particularly that jump from B flat down to F, okay? Now, as you get more and more confident, you can start building up the speed and practicing different rhythms, okay? Feel free to play around with the rhythm, so long as you're confident with that pattern and you can play it whenever you need to be able to play it, okay? So, next I'll show you how we can use this pattern out in the wild. Now we're going to practice the pattern with the drum beat. So we're going to play over the drum beat, just improvise. Play short little phrases, like with the copybacks. Imagine you're in my position in the copybacks. And then, every so often, I'm going to point and say, play the pattern, okay? And you're going to play it, okay? So, Let me give you an example. Play the pattern. Okay, then I might play it again. Now play something else. Now play the pattern. Can you hear how when it comes round it sounds familiar? And how I'm changing the rhythm as I do it, okay? Now you try, okay? So improvise, just using these notes. Now in the next bar I want you to play the pattern if you can. 1, 2, 3, go. Good. Now let's have a little break and try again. Improvise as you like. Remember to leave lots of gaps. Now try playing the pattern. 3, 2, 1, go. Remember, it doesn't matter how slow or fast you play it or what rhythm you use, so long as you're in time and you play the pattern. Okay? Good. One more time. So improvise as you like now. Now play the pattern. Good. Okay. Now I'll move on to a slightly more difficult pattern using some higher notes. That was really, really good work. Remember, you can use drum backing tracks or the backing track I sent you before to practice this with. And it's important you always do play in time and don't just play random rhythms that don't fit. Okay? If you're not tapping your feet or playing in time, then it won't necessarily sound very good when you improvise. But if we can get the rhythmic side of things, then we're all good. Okay, now we're going to learn a more specific piece of language that rather than just being a pattern, this time it also has a rhythm to it and there's a certain way that we have to play it, or that I want you to play it for now, okay? So the rhythm or the pattern is going to be like this. Okay, so it starts on the first beat of the bar, so you go 1, 2, 3. So it starts on the second beat of the bar and it goes like this. 2, 3, 4, 1. 1, 2, 3, 4, 1. So, you might have noticed I'm tonguing it short, so going tap, 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 tap. So all the notes are detached from each other. You might have noticed that it just uses the top half of the pentatonic scale. So if you start on the B flat and go up, B flat, C, D, F, G, then that is the pattern we're using, okay? Now let's try it slowly together, okay? 3, 2, 1, go. Now remember that we have a rest on the 1 at the beginning. 3, 2, 1, go. Now remember that we have a rest at the beginning. So I'm going to count 2, 3, 4, 1, and then we go, okay? 2, 3, 4, 1. And again. 2, 3, 4, 1. Okay, now pause the video and feel free to practice that pattern. It can be difficult getting it up high and switching from the D to the F, but when you're ready, we'll go on and work out how to put it into practice. Now what I want you to do is use both the patterns, and only those patterns, pattern 1 and pattern 2, just a reminder, and to form a solo, okay? So, your main pattern that you're going to be using is just pattern 1. So, most of the time, it's just going to be pattern 1 going, played how you like it, rhythmically how you want. And then, occasionally, I will hold up pattern 2, and I'll count you down, and go 3, 2, 1, and go. Da 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 da. And that's when I want you to play pattern 2. Remember to leave lots of space. I wouldn't like you to play loads of long notes or I wouldn't like you to play in such a way that you couldn't breathe and you couldn't think properly. So you need to leave yourself lots of space between the phrases. Okay, I'm going to put the backing track on now and we'll give it a try. Okay, so now I'm going to play based on pattern 1, C, B, F, G. Let me show you quickly. Three, four, one. See how there when I hold up pattern 2, I had to change after the next bar? So after I hold it up, I will count you in. You don't have to change instantly. Now, I want you to try it on your own, okay? So you're doing pattern 1. Start whenever you're ready. Okay, now get ready. Pattern 2. 3, 2, 1, and go. Good. Okay, this time I'll play pattern 2 with you. Back to pattern 1. And 2. Let me count you down. 3, 2, 1, and go. Good. Pattern 1 again. One more time with pattern 2. 3, 2, 1, and go. Sorry, I didn't give you much warning there. Pattern 1 again. This time I'll play pattern 1 again and I'll play pattern 2 with you. Two, 3, 2, 1, go. Good. Stop the drums. Now, this is all about getting these patterns really familiar to both your flute and to your ear. When you practice them, you might like to practice singing them as well, and you might like to practice playing other patterns in between, or just switching between them like we did the second time through. Okay? The main thing about improvisation is that you practice doing it, you don't worry about making a mistake or playing a wrong note or not losing your place, okay? It doesn't matter. We all make mistakes, just like when we first start reading music or playing music. Improvisation is completely different and takes a lot of practice or just by itself. Hopefully this will help you make progress in that, and I look forward to the next one. I'll see you next time.